In the late Jurassic period, a new theropod group was dubbed the Carnivorous. Now, the first of this group was the ratherly unknown, mysterious Veterupustosaurus, and later on down the road, you'd have the more notable species like the Giganotosaurus. Now, this is one of the most iconic dinosaurs of all time, and the biggest land theropod. I know that topic can be heavily debated, but to put it in simple terms, Spinosaurus was technically the biggest theropod, but it was a semi-aquatic. So at least in my eyes, that makes Giga the biggest landlocked carnivore, if you will. Just trying to get some terms right here, but yes, Spinosaurus is technically the biggest theropod. The Giga lived way before the Rex, about 30 million years before it. Again, timestamps are always hard to confirm. Nevertheless, Giga was the absolute apex predator of its ecosystem. It was absolutely gigantic. And really the reason why it's so famous is because when it was first discovered, it made headlines around the world about a land carnivore that was bigger than Tyrannosaurus rex. Now, we usually put it at around 13 meters long, which could be on average a little bit longer than a T-Rex, and weighed somewhere between 8 and 9 tons. But specimens vary. As we continue to gather more info on the theropod, our size estimates change quite a bit. We actually think it could have been bigger than 13 meters. Due to looking at other dental specimens, we've concluded that there are probably other massive specimens out there that are yet to be discovered, and would outclass the original holotype that's about 70% complete. It actually lived in Argentina as opposed to its African counterpart, the Giganotosaurus. Now, Argentina has also seen some other large Carnivoros many forget about, the most prominent being the Tyrannotitan, which in my opinion is the coolest name, period. And chances are, if you know this name, it's probably because of the game Path of Titans, which is actually quite accurate. Anyway, it is believed that the Tyrannotitan evolved into the Giganotosaurus. So, the Giga did not live with Rex or Spino. It didn't have too much competition, but what it did have was lots of food. Sauropods. The Giga is known to be the ultimate Titan slayer because of its hunting style and build. Now, it lived with some pretty massive sauropods, who definitely feared the Giga due to the potential of them being in packs, which against the sauropod probably wouldn't be in the favor of the sauropod, because Giga was built for this style of hunting. Again, on average it was slightly longer than a T-Rex, but nowhere near the bulk, which in turn gave it a sleeker and more agile build that allows it to move around easier when hunting. Although its flexibility gave it great mobility, but in turn made it had a weaker bike force. Now, sorry for all the Giga T-Rex comparison, I know people are sick of it, but it's interesting. This is something we need to establish. The reason Rex has such a powerful bite is because of its body composition. Having less mobility in turn gives it stronger, compact muscles, which aligns perfectly with its massive skull that's super wide, that was built for crushing bones, because of all the gappage made for muscles to seep in. Now, the Giganotosaurus wasn't meant for this. The Carnivorosauridae are sometimes known as the shark-toothed lizards, because of the way their teeth are, highly serrated and massive, being around 20 centimeters in length, but its skull design is what really contributes to its non-crushing bite. As you can see here, it's very slim, but has over 70 teeth that make it perfect for more of a slashing attack, where it continuously bites and tears away at the creature's frame, rather than crushing the bones. Now, this is interesting considering that a close relative to Giga, known as the Mapusaurus, is believed to have this sort of hunting style, except a little bit more disturbing, where it would go underneath a sauropod and pretty much spill its guts out and eat it alive, until it collapsed on the floor lifeless. Yeah, that thing is for a whole nother video. So based on this information, I'm going to let your imagination carry this fight away between these two beasts. Until next time, thanks for watching.